Actually, I probably have to go this way. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go that way. Okay, we're live on YouTube. Setting this up quickly. It's Julian. I haven't really used my channel as much, but we're gonna use it now. Say what's up, Smith. Let's get it. Okay, so we should be good in a minute. Okay, awesome. We're rolling. Oh wait, it stopped. Fuck. Oh no, it's going. It's going. All right. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I can't see comments really, but someone's saying, "Hey, your phone's glitching." Ah. Well, all right. We'll run it. So you can check it if you want. It's going. I think. Okay. So here we are. It's Yankees Spring Training live report with my guy Smith Brickner. We'll go like 20 minutes or so. We'll do MLB for 10 and Prospectus for 10. So I think the latest thing we should start with is Clark Schmidt. And if there's any concern there, it's a big problem. But he threw a bullpen today with 25 pitches or so. Everything seemed fine. It was just some funny Yankees business because like yesterday he was supposed to start, he doesn't start. And they say he's going to start tomorrow. Then they say he has a sore shoulder. Then they say he's going to throw a bullpen. He throws the bullpen at least. So hopefully he's good because if he's not, it's a serious problem.
Well, regardless, we're getting some Cookie Carrasco starts, which looks like...
we did say this like a few weeks ago.
You're gonna have to clip that, because I remember on our podcast...
We will.
I was like, watch, in mid-March, we're going to start talking about Cookie Carrasco in this rotation. It's mid-March and we're talking about Cookie Carrasco in this rotation.
I literally told you I was going to have to snippet that like once you said, because he's definitely going to make stars, but we did not expect it to be this soon. But hey, I'll say it's better than I originally thought a few weeks ago. I'm gonna put some hope into the fans. So he hit, I know it's spring training, take it with a grain of salt, but he hit 93, which is pretty good for him at this point, and he also had 6 strikeouts on 4 different pitches, so all his pitches are working. That's another good thing. He's done it before. It's not like he's never pitched in big games before. Like he has an established career. He's just like 38. Like that's the only problem. We don't know how well it's gonna fully hold up.
Julian, I'm gonna say one thing. He is closer to AARP eligibility than he is to his professional debut at 16.
But he knows how to pitch, so it's not like a guy who doesn't know how to pitch.
It's not that he doesn't know how to pitch. Cookie Carrasco.
So I want him starting games, though. This is the reality we're dealing with.
Cookie Carrasco is your 10th starter, and he's like your 4th depth guy.
He's supposed to be like 7 or 8, probably, when we signed him.
But they went into the season as his he's their 7th starter.
That's fair, yeah. Maybe even 8, yeah.
Maybe 8. I mean, that's not Jen.
I'm actually trying to think. Let's see. Our original 5 is Cole, it's Heel, it's not Stroman. It was going to be Rodon, Fried, Schmidt. Stroman in 6, Wilmore in 7, Carrasco 8. Yep.
That's what I'm saying, is that Carrasco never should have been 8th.
No.
He should have been 10th, maybe even 11th.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you never expect to have to go that deep that early, which is really brutal stuff.
But, you know,
I understand what you're saying. No, I get it.
You're still going to go, most likly, at least 10
Yes, and you know what's crazy about that? I called my buddy Keith Pierce on the fan, like, I think it was the 13th I called him. When the first day I was here, I told him the same thing. I'm like, I don't know how we're gonna get 10 starters this year. I'm like, I can't think of the 10. And I'm like a big prospect guy, you are too, and I'm like struggling to find how we're getting 10 arms to start games. So we're obviously gonna need more than that probably. But I'll give you 2, and I'm gonna throw in the rain to make us feel maybe a little bit better.
Sure.
So Carrasco's the 8th. So let's try 2 more: Yandres Gomez and then Sean Boyle. Let's put Boyle 10, we'll put Gomez 9.
I'd rather, I mean, they're most likely just going to go with Schlittler at that point.
Do you think he's ready right now?
No, I do not.
I feel like Gomez will get it because he doesn't have any options left. So they might try to keep him for a bit, use him what they can, and then, like, if it doesn't fully hold up, then maybe they'll do something.
Again, like,
what do you think?
This is going to go into a different topic on the team, but, you know, we were talking about this in the car on the way to Sarasota. I think they're going to end up swapping Gomez for a infielder.
Although we actually kind of need him right now, though, if you think about it. Do you think there's someone better to use than him, that we don't really need him as much? I think he's okay. Like he's kind of like a bulk reliever a little bit to me.
But that's what I'm saying, is that the Yankees, look, teams will tell you what they think about a player based on how they use him.
Someone would trade for him, I feel like.
They're using him as a reliever. They're not stretching him out.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So he is a reliever for them. And so what I think they're going to end up doing is they're going to end up swapping an infielder without options. That's
For your
planned
entries.
for your entries, and they're going to go with a team that needs another reliever. We're going to get another infielder. We can option Peraza, and you're
No,
not
we can't
having.
option him. He doesn't have any
Oh,
options.
that's right.
left.
Yeah, that's
so that's
right.
another problem
Yeah.
that we'll get to in a little bit. So like,
That's right.
fuck, I like Andres a lot. Like me and him like talk a little bit. So I'm like, I hope he makes it. But I actually saw him in the dugout yesterday, almost like in the clubhouse. He had a good appearance the other day. I know it's been training.
He's looked
like,
good. It's just
yeah,
that the Yankees
that's what I'm
haven't-
saying. I think there could be a lane for him for like a month or two. I don't. He probably survived the full season.
But again,
like,
he's not stretched out right now, and they're not
yeah,
making
that's
any
kind
effort.
of actually stupid considering what we're talking. But they probably should have did that, or they should start doing it ASAP.
Or
He
or
threw
they
2
just
innings the other
know
night.
he's never been healthy when he's been a starter.
Yeah,
Never.
His health's been good the last year or so, which is good. He's
As
had
a
a lot of
reliever.
problems.
As a reliever.
Yeah, you're right. Although he did start in A-ball, in AAA still.
A little bit, but you're talking about very
Yeah,
abbreviated
yeah,
starts
no,
that are
no.
not too dissimilar from
I mean,
Lawson.
he's definitely an MLB arm, I feel like, but like it's just a question of what degree, like what do you want to use him as. Like he has some good stuff. Like we'd like to see the velocity get higher, probably. He's kind of refreshed some things this spring, like you were saying. So like I think Boyle's intriguing because they're stretching him out. He's 28 years old. He has Tommy John. Like he's about as good as he's gonna be right now. So I actually feel like there is a lane for him to make his MLB debut this year. It's really exciting because I have a lot of stock in him. So like that would be very fun for me. And if he does make it, I'm gonna have to go see that, especially if it's at home. So like,
well, I mean, look,
yeah, I
I'm
hope
always
he
gonna have
does.
someone. I'm always gonna have something in my heart for Long Islanders. You know, and the Yankees have a few of them. But you know, like if Sean Boyle's your ninth starter, I mean, I'd venture to guess you probably should have had more depth at that point. With all due respect to Sean Boyle.
yeah, no, I get it. Like,
you know,
I'll tell you why I think it's okay, but like you can tell, I understand why you don't think it is. Like I get it.
yeah, there's not a whole lot of bat missing right now from what I've seen.
I gotta text him his dad. Shit, my phone's locked up. But
And you know, look, he's been successful at times, but and no disrespect to him, but I just think that if you're the New York, the bottom line is this is not the Pittsburgh Pirates.
yeah,
It's the New York Yankees, Julian.
yeah.
And they're operating like a small market team
At
with a
the
few
end
very
now,
big
like,
contracts.
yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think Sean is good at producing weak contact, even though he's a misses when he bats.
I
Like,
agree.
the thing is, he's very good at getting that, and
I
like
agree.
his secondaries are very good for the most part. The velo's a problem on the MLB level. I can't deny
It's
that.
not-
Obviously,
yeah.
like with the fastball, but like he's like pitching with finesse and control. He doesn't really rely on his velo, but like at the MLB level, if he believes the fastball flat over the plate, it's gonna go a long way, which is very problematic. But
Yeah.
his control and command is like pretty good, though. He doesn't walk a lot of guys for the most part, so like. There is a lane for him to be successful. I'm almost maybe he's like a bulk reliever, like he piggybacks someone for 2 or 3
So he's
innings.
Andres Gomez then.
Maybe, but like we're gonna have to see. I mean, he is building up for the starter workload. It's just like the MLB level. I could see him maybe bulking it better, possibly. But like I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, he's a better fit in that he's optionable.
yeah,
You know, Gomez again. You're gonna expose him to waivers if you don't trade him.
that's true. Yeah, you're 100% correct with that.
Yeah. So.
So the other 2 options. Let's go to the bats a little bit. So I think Dom Smith has looked good, and he might make the club. JC Escara, we have some whispers that
boy.
we have some whispers. Though I don't know if you saw they retweeted last night.
Guys.
He's like
gonna make the team.
he's like 99% on the Yankees
look,
active roster. I'm like I was at the 90 threshold yesterday. Now I'm at like 99.
Look, I love what Roster Resource does, and I have great respect for them. But with all due respect, Alex Jackson is not making this team over JC Escara. Not making this
I've been
team.
saying that for like a month, so I'm happy you said it for me. Besides
Yeah.
me just doing it, thank you.
I'll text John. I'll be like, John, yo,
We'll
we
get to
gotta
it,
change that, brother.
Yeah, tell him to switch it like now.
I like John. John's a great guy. I, have
I
great
think he
respect.
probably, if I had to guess, he did it because like it's a righty and a lefty thing. Probably.
But
if I had to guess,
yeah, and like
that's probably
I
why.
understand.
There's
that.
no other reason for it.
But
Really.
JC's on the 40 man. He's playing more.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You
He's
know,
on the 40.
teams will
Jackson's
tell
not.
you, right?
That's the big thing.
And teams will tell you, again, teams will tell you what they think depending on how they play someone. They can't lie with how they use someone. Escar's been the guy that they have used as opposed to Jackson. I think he's gotten double the amount of innings right now, double the amount of plate appearances, something like that, in the Major League Spring Training.
Yeah. And he's playing into Needham today, actually. So he'll be out there again. Yeah, no. They're really people are like, why is he playing so much? Like, I'm gonna like shit on Ty for a minute. Like, they were talking some bullshit, like, oh, they're trying to showcase the scared to trade him. No, they're not. Like, they don't have a fucking backup catcher. Like, and all these people bullshit saying we need to trade for a backup catcher. No, we don't at all. Like, I don't care about the left on left shit. Like, I'm over it now. Like, I don't care at all. Like, and first of all, JC's built for Yankee Stadium. He pulls the ball a lot. He makes good contact. Like, he's gonna get some easy home runs. Like, he's got power. Like, you guys are gonna be impressed when you see him step up to the plate.
I agree. And, the other thing, too, is that he's a very good defender behind the plate.
Yes, this is what I'm happy about you giving me those insights I didn't fully know. So, like, it makes me feel even better about it. Because I always knew his bat was good. Like, catching, he kind of taught him again a little bit. Because, like, he wasn't fully catching when we got him. But, like, he wasn't, like, the Spanish leagues he was playing in.
But the beautiful thing about Escara is that he allows you to rest Wells in the DH capacity because Stan's out. Stan, as great of a player as he is, you're kind of landlocked into that role, right? You don't get to leverage that
and
DH.
JC can DH sometimes if they want him to. If they're going against a righty, they want to stack the lefties, they can have him do that. Maybe, I mean, Rice and Dom Smith are definitely in that DH mix in a firm spot. I think both of them, honestly. So, like, JC also has the versatility, like we talked about. They can stick him at first, they can maybe stick him at third. If they want to get creative, they can play the corner outfield. Like, he's kind of like Jesus Rodriguez a little bit. Rodriguez might be a better third baseman than the base in the play we saw the other day. But, so, like,
it's almost like a almost like a Russell Martin
type
skill set. Not as good of a hitter.
Yeah, let's pretend Kyle Schwarber can catch, maybe something like that. But like,
I don't know about that.
That's pretend he can catch.
But he doesn't have that kind of power.
Yeah. That's true. He did like first, third, and like little outfield. That's why I brought it up.
But I think like if you wanted to talk me into like a late career Russell Martin, I wouldn't hate that comp. Actually.
Yeah, no, like
that's
honestly,
like a 45 on the 2080 scale, but it's a very solid player.
That's a good point. Like, so JC should make. So let's go through, like, here's how I'm thinking the bench is going to work. It's like, we'll say Rice starts for now at DH, and your 4 bench bats. Cabrera's definitely third base right now. Peraza will make it because he's out of options unless he moves.
I don't know. I do not know about that.
Okay. I'm going to talk through why I think so, but, like, Peraza maybe. JC 100%. He has one of those 4th roster spots we're looking for. Dom Smith, I think, is pretty close to that. I put him at like 75 or 80% right now, based on how he's swinging the bat right now. MLB veteran, he's a lefty, he'll fit the stadium, so like he's definitely close. And then Rice is star, so we have Escara, Peraza. Oh, Grisham's obviously a lock. So that's my 4 bench bats. What do you think they would do? You think they'll move Peraza? Do you think they'll actually add that infield we've been looking for? Like, the way it's constructed right now, I think he's going to make it. Let's say carry Pablo Reyes, which would be kind of surprising. No. So, like, what do you think is going to happen with that spot then?
Well, Peraza's been terrible.
He's not having a good spring training.
Absolutely.
My full discretion right now, I hate saying because I like the guy personally, but like he was awful the last 2 days I watched him, like completely, like really bad. Like his at-bats, he looked lost, he was striking out, he had like weak grounders in the IBP, and yesterday I don't think he did much of anything either. I think he was 0 for whatever kind of the at-bats he got. Like, I know it's spring training, but like he's not swinging the bat well at all. He looks like, and based on his body language, he looks like he's searching for it for me. He's kind of like dissatisfied. Like he wasn't even really talkative. Like he used to say what's up to me. Like he's kind of like, I didn't want to bother him really because I feel like he's not in a good headspace. So I just like let him be. But if he like remembered me, like I did a signing with him. There was like a signing in my town at like a card store, and I said, hey, then like he actually knows who I am too, and he definitely saw me, but like he's probably just like trying to search for it. So I was just like, oh my God,
I mean, look,
he actually speaks English now too, which is crazy because like he was fully Spanish and he was doing an English interview. So like I did want to talk to him, but he's just like not in a good spot right now. So I just let him be.
It's sad because like I'm really
upset,
I thought he was going to be a good player. I thought the hit tool was not too dissimilar from Gleyber Torres and how his swing mechanics.
Yeah, I thought he was like a degree below him offensively, but better defensively. That was my thought originally, like when he was coming through. I think what happened was like injuries and losing competition to Volpe really put him in a rough spot.
Yeah, 2022, 23 was tough.
The thing is, they teased him because like. I understand because like they put him in the playoffs, but he's not on the roster next year. Like that's kind of fucked.
I know.
Let's be honest about that. But like they were but like he wasn't gonna play enough because Volpe won the job. So like I understand they wanted to get him fully playing. So it was a really tough spot for him to be in after he played in the playoffs the year before.
Look, the bottom line is that to be a major leaguer, there's more than just the physical component. There's the mental component of it
I think
too.
he's struggling with that,
There's the
probably.
dog mentality that I'm gonna suck for a little bit, but I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna persevere through that. I'm gonna make adjustments. I'm gonna become a better player as a result of this, right? Haven't really seen that from Peraza.
Yeah, that's I was going to say. That's the thing we're missing,
There's
unfortunately.
there's a level of adjustability that has not matriculated in the majors
It
yet.
sucks because like we know he plays good defense, we know he has good speed, but like the bat. just,
Right,
like,
and that's the thing is
he
like
has
if-
like
if-
tools to
if
be
you're a
good.
team- if you're like the Miami Marlins, and
That's
you're
a
gonna
good spot
lose
for him.
100 games,
Or
that's
White
a great-
Sox.
right?
Either two
like
of
the
those
White
make
Sox and the
sense.
Marlins should 100% be in on Peraza if he.
Yeah,
gets
because
waivers.
Peraza could kind of like mentor Montgomery a little bit, maybe, because I know they want to bring Montgomery.
I mean,
in.
maybe I would just like let him play.
No,
Just, like,
Peraza
let him
should play,
Let
yeah.
him let him play on a bad team with no pressure.
Yeah, let's see.
But
I
like
mean, the
when you're
Marlins is a
expecting,
good opportunity
when you're
for
expecting
him.
him to be your starting third baseman on a team that has championship aspirations after he's never really had that chance in the majors before.
I think they kind of knew Ozzy would get it, but like, yeah, I get what you mean. Like,
I
it's
mean,
not
look,
a
we
good
could have a whole
situation.
discussion about how
We'll get there quick. That's probably what we'll end with the third base discussion. I think 'cause that's
we
what
could
they
talk
do.
we could talk prospects.
We'll go
briefly after
quick. We'll go quick hitters. So like, yeah, Peraza, White Sox or Marlins makes sense. Like, I think he deserves an MLB opportunity. Like, I was talking to Justin Shackle. Like, at this point, he's been through AAA and all that. Like, we just have to see what he could do against Cincinnati at bats. Like, I don't think the lane's there for the Yankees, but like, someone should see what he could do. Give him like 300 at bats, 400 just to see like how it goes.
that. Yeah.
And we might as well see it because like now's the time. He's been through it all. Like, he doesn't need any more minor league plays. Like, he needs to get an opportunity to get like 300 to 400 with an MLB club.
I think he just needs to change scenery.
I think so too, unfortunately. Like, they should probably trade him if they could, or if he gets CFA'd, one of those two teams probably doesn't claim him. I can almost guarantee that. Angels
he's
too,
a lot-
actually, maybe, because they
Yeah.
have an issue with Juan Moncada.
Correct.
Rendon's like dead. So,
He's
like,
he's 100%.
Angels have an opening at third base. I would not be shocked if that happens.
He's
Look
100%
for
getting
that.
claimed.
Look for that.
100% going to get claimed.
Angels, I'm starting to think Angels actually.
He 100% will get claimed. On
Angels will
waivers.
be a great scene for him too, because there's like zero pressure, zero expectations for him there. So like he could just go play, like he'll be in California. Like that might be decent for him. He'll get to just chill with Mike Trout. So like,
Get to suck on the same team together. Yeah. Yeah.
so like, do you think Trout's redeemable, or do you think he's just a walking injury? Just random quick. Like I'm just curious.
Trout in right field is really interesting.
Yeah, he has to play in the corner. Yeah, corner
Really
TH makes the corner.
I mean, look, defensively, I don't question he can still play center,
but it's not worth getting him hurt.
Correct. It's like the Byron Buxton.
Like his bat is
Hello.
definitely still there. There's no problem
Correct.
with his bat. Like
He's-
he can still hit the shit out of the ball.
It's almost.
I feel bad for him because he's so gifted, he's so talented, and he has a Hall of Fame career already, which is nuts.
Yeah.
So like, even if he stopped right now, he's still going in the first ballot.
If
He's that special. Like
if
that's
he's
what's
healthy-
crazy about it.
If he's healthy, he will be a top 10 player in baseball,
Again,
maybe higher.
yeah, again, I still think he has that like 15
I
to
agree.
20 range in him.
I agree.
I don't know if I'll go 10 now because it's like it's happened, but like the ability's still there to go
Yeah,
10.
for sure.
So alright, so let's go Yankees quick. So third base situation, it looks like Cabrera's getting it now.
Disaster.
Like he's a great dude. We love him.
I like him personally, but
he's really better at serving the utility role. if we're
Should be
being
utility
honest.
man.
And, like we could use him in different areas. So like we're gonna have to hope he has it together. Hitting on the right side is what he has to work on. He told me he's been working on it a lot. So hopefully it looks better this year. He did pop a homer yesterday, left-handed. So I think he has like 3 this spring. So he's swinging well right now. I guess we're gonna get like 120 to 140 out of him unless we make a move.
I mean, look, they made a move for John Birdie last year, which I know is not a big move,
Yeah,
but
it
they still
happens.
made the move.
The reason
on
why we
opening
forget
week.
is because he was like hurt the whole time.
Correct.
He was gonna be used way more if he was healthy because like we had this problem.
Right, but he
Same
was
problem
gonna
this
be-
year and
yeah.
last year. Same, and then they didn't address it until trade for Jazz Chisholm. They wanted Torres to play third, and then Jazz like no, Torres like the Jazz like I'll do kind of thing.
Well, the issue though was
Because
that
Cash was like I traded him to be my second baseman, but he actually did look pretty good at third, so it wasn't bad honestly. But
Right.
like
You
he
can
saved
flex.
6 runs for third base when he was with the Yankees, which is like a lot for a guy that's never played the position. So
You can
I gotta
flex.
tip my hat for that.
you can flex Jazz at third or second. You feel good about it. You just need someone to put in for that one spot that he's not playing at.
Yeah,
I just like, again, the fact that they went into the season
with the current
with the
situation.
expectation that DJ or Oswald or Cabrera were going to be the third baseman
Was
is a joke.
Not
It's a
I ripped
complete
that
joke.
to shreds, and I'm like, It's no disrespect to any of them, but the problem is LeMahieu needs to be cut. Why is he still being on the team? LeMahieu needs to be TFA.
Again, this goes to a whole
I have
conversation about ownership.
way more issues
This is a multi-layered
way
issue.
more issues with him than the other two guys we're talking about.
Correct.
At least they deserve looks, like they're young
Correct.
kids. Like maybe you'll get something out of them. But LeMahieu, you know you're getting shit out of. Like,
That goes back to an ownership
You're getting
discussion.
dog
which-
shit out of TJ LeMahieu for the next 2 years. Like
His
if he even survives, which he should not at all.
His contract goes. We're gonna have to start talking about ownership, which we probably shouldn't talk about that on.
Yeah, that's
another discussion.
All right, let's do our prospects quick. Quick hitters for prospects.
Sure.
So, George Lombard. Whoa.
Top-
You talk about stock up. Woo.
Top 30 prospect in the
And
game.
we talked to a baseball America guy. He's like, yeah, we should have had him in the top 100. He's like, the next up to he's going in. So he's going in.
We had him in the top 100.
Yeah.
Baseball Prospectus.
Good job, good job. I don't know why the pipeline didn't. I would have put him at least in like the 80s or 90s probably coming into the year. But now he could be a top like 50-ish. Like someone was even saying 30.
I'm saying 30.
If you
I've
guys
seen enough.
update that, are you going to put him at 30?
We make an update at mid-season.
Oh, he's going to be high.
He's
if
going to
he
be.
plays well.
I am clamping down for George Lombard in the top 30. Because, like, I mean, what if we're just getting another edition of like somewhere between Carlos Correa and Jeremy Pena?
Whoa, that sounds really fun. Because here's the thing with that, like Lombard looks like Correa, like I've seen the video clips, like
He's
his
more
stances are similar.
yoked.
He got more jacked this spring, like he looks great going into his body. He's only 19, bro. He's 19 years old.
I know. He looks. He's
gonna debut before he's
gonna be a freak.
He's gonna debut before he has a legal drink in the bar. You guys can put that on record right now. I feel very confident saying that he'll debut before he's 21 years
100%.
old. I think next year's probably the year we get him.
Correct.
So let's play some games here. People have been asking him a lot. They're like, what do you think his best outlook is? I was like, I think he starts in Hudson Valley to see what he could do there for like a month or two.
Yes.
Let's say he kills it. He goes to Somerset like in June-ish maybe. And then like, if he really goes off there, maybe he gets to go AAA. But I think it's probably going to end in Somerset this year, I think, guess. But like, if he goes off, then like maybe he gets to Scranton like by the end of the year. What do you think?
I think that's doable. I mean, Volpe had a pretty similar trajectory.
He wasn't in Scranton long, you're right. And Dominguez wasn't either when they called him up. So I don't think we get Lombard this year, but
No.
like next year we probably get him early. Maybe.
I agree with that, and he's not going to be as good as he is at shortstop. He's not going to move Volpe offshore.
He's playing third base.
He's gonna play third.
I've been saying that for a minute. I actually tweeted it like a few weeks ago. I saw him take a grounder there. I know it was weird. I saw the future. I felt like, even though he's a baby, I saw him take the grounder at third, picks it up, smooth, throw him like, yes, our future third baseman. And like the body type fits third better. That's what they said when we drafted him too. They're like, he's gonna grow into a third baseman. And like I kind of always figured he was a third baseman in that.
But his footwork got better.
He could still play short,
So
but
he
we
can
have
play
Volpe.
short,
We
exactly.
have Volpe. Like, let's say we didn't have Volpe, then he could put him at short. But like, the Yankees have a massive gaping hole at third base. He needs to be the third baseman. Like, no question. End of discussion. Like, stop. Like, he has to be the third baseman.
Yeah, the bat speed is there, the strength is there, the swing decisions are there.
His
The
defense,
biggest
like
thing,
you said,
the defense. The
speed.
biggest thing for him is that he changed his hand posture pre-load, so that way when he's having to load, he doesn't have to move his hands so much.
Yeah.
So he's a lot more quieter in his load.
Yeah.
He's able to get inside on fastballs on the inner third. He's able to turn on them and pull them for power. Stock up for George Lombard.
Like, huge up.
Big time.
He's the Yankees' top prospect, honestly, because Dominguez is like almost off the list anyway. You could even make the case
I'm-
he's better
I'm gonna
potentially.
make- I'm-
You
I'm-
could make the case.
I'm gonna make the case.
I'm not going to yet, but you can do it.
I am. I'm
Okay,
gonna
go
make
for
that
it.
case.
Go for it.
I think Jason. We've never seen him combine contact and power. It's either been he's going to hit for power, or he's going to hit for contact.
But when he doesn't square it up, he hits the ball hard. Like, he's had a lot of nice
Does.
exit velos. Like, he makes quality contact when he
does.
squares it up.
I also think he's slowed down a bit. He's just getting a little thick. He's not a plus runner. His power is plus. I don't think it's plus.
Yeah, his speed's still decent though. I
It's
wouldn't
decent,
discredit his speed, but it's not like Spencer
he
Jones
should be
is quicker
in
than him
seventh.
probably, which
Yes.
is kind of crazy if you look at
Yes,
the size. But like
correct.
Jones' strides are so effortless. So like, yeah, Dominguez would probably be in the corner. I still think the corner
I
is the
still
right
think Jason's
move
a
for him.
top 50 prospect in the game. Like,
I
I
think he
just-
actually is better suited for the corners. I think the center field stuff's overblown. He'll
Right.
figure out left field.
And that reduces his value. mind you.
Yeah, the center's a big
There's
spot.
a bigger,
You're right.
There's more pressure on the
I
back.
always thought he was a corner, if I'm going to be honest with you, because of his body size. I always viewed him as a corner.
And that's the way that I wrote him as a center fielder is that his speed makes up for his very poor reads, because he does not read the ball well off the bat.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But now that he's slowed down,
it's not from a lack of effort though. He's just
Correct.
isn't it's not like he's not working.
It's not a
he's
work
working
ethic
really hard
question.
at it.
It's
Like
not a question.
my guy Ricky Ricardo told me, he's working every day with
I believe
robots, like
that.
a lot. Like it's not a
100%.
lack of effort or being lazy at all. So no one say that shit. Cause like I hate when they call Spanish players lazy. That bothers the shit out of me.
Yeah,
Because
no.
that's not fucking true most of the time.
It's not true.
Like some people might be like in a small percentage, but like that's bullshit. So like I hate hearing that he's not even close to that. He works his tail off. I've seen it at the minor league level too. Like I've covered this kid at every level, so I want him to like be great. Obviously, I saw him play with the Tar Pits, saw him play with Hudson, saw him play with Somerset, saw him play with the Rail Riders. So like he's like a special case for me because like that's the only player I saw like all 4 levels of the progression kind of. So like it was so funny his MLB debut at 23 because I was like, oh shit, and I saw him with the Yankees too. So I got all 5 of them. The only time I didn't see it was at Complex, but the real shit I saw all of it. So it's been a good ride. So I'm really excited for this year, Brett.
I think he's, again, like, he's going to be a good corner outfielder. He'll be 15% above league average. He's not going to be a superstar.
Yeah. All right. Give me projections for this year. Give me like stolen bases, homers, RBIs, OPS.
I think his batting average will be in the 240s.
It's not bad.
I think he might pop 20 home runs. Could steal maybe 20 bags. He might be 20-20.
20, yeah, people are saying 20, 30, but like 20, 20 is
I don't think he's 30-30.
Yeah, 30, yeah.
Not a 30-30
Maybe
guy.
25 if things go well. Like I can see a 25,
I would say
scenario.
I would say that's a 90th percentile outcome.
That's not bad. I would take a 25.
I think a 75th percentile outcome, which is how we project the baseball Prospectus.
What do you have him at?
25-25. 20-20, excuse me.
Okay, yeah. No, I mean that's cool. So like, what else is there? So I'll say like 25 homers is fair. I'll agree with you on that. RBIs, I'll put them at like 70 or 80.
I don't really care. It depends where they put him in the lineup. Like,
how about OPS? I'll do like high 7s, hopefully. Like maybe
I'm gonna
7.75.
I'm gonna say 730.
I'll say 7.75. I'll be more optimistic. I'll say you first to 800 maybe if all things go well. This is kind of like the top ceiling outcome though. I'm like going a little higher than you would, so I'll put him at 7.75.
I'm just gonna say this. People said the same thing about Volpe his first year.
But I think Dominguez is a much better hitter, to be honest with you. Based on what I've seen, I trust Dominguez with the bat more. And
You might be right. I just don't know.
I'm a big Volpe fan as well, but like Dominguez makes harder, louder contacts.
Look, I'm not questioning you on that, but Volpe was a 680 OPS guy his first year. If Dominguez is 730, he's better.
Yeah, I think he will be at least that.
I think 730
I feel like
is
low 7s is like the floor for him, honestly.
But he's guys like, if you're treating him as the savior of this team,
that's not
you
like
need
I
to
don't
stop.
want to hear he's replacing Soto and Shakes. Like that's just not fair to him.
To
me, he's replacing Verdugo.
There is no replacing a top 5 hitter of
Dude,
all
someone
time.
on my bench is like he has to replace Soto. I'm like, no, he doesn't. Like
does
it's
not.
that's not on him. I'm like,
Soto's a top 5 hitter in
you
history of
can't
baseball.
you can't blame Dominguez for like the Soto issues, and no one expects him to like replicate that. Like to me, he's replacing Alex Verdugo, and he can do better than Alex Verdugo. Like that's why I'm looking at it. Like he could be Warish, or you in the 2 to 3 range with him, maybe. How you feel?
I'll say 2.
I'll go 2.5. I'll go 2.5, 3.
I think his defense will drag it down a little bit.
If I would say 3-ish is probably like the
If his
top
defense
outcome.
is good, he'll be 3.
If it's average, at least like he.
If it's
be
average,
3-ish.
it'll be 2.5. If it's poor, it'll be 2.
All right, last one, Spencer Jones, and we gotta go. And then LaGrange, let's do them both
Yeah,
really quick.
so I'll give you quick hits. LaGrange, I did not think the fastball was all that different. I have since been told that the shape of his fastball was drastically different from what it was.
I've never saw him pitch before, so I was having a great time the other night.
Yeah, it was fun.
Dude, he hit 101, and it's like, you confirmed with your gun that was correct. So
Yes,
I was like,
it
whoa.
was.
I put it out there too. Someone's like, 100. I'm like, no, it's 101. I have scouts confirmation, it's correct. Everyone's like,
Correct.
oh,
It's
shit.
it's 101.
I dropped the 101 with the emojis under the first 100 tweet, and then I just did 101 with the numbers. It was so funny.
It's fun. He's good, but like the thing about LaGrange is, fastball shape is almost as important as fastball velocity.
Of course.
And the shape of his fastball in terms of like the ride and the horizontal break was not very good last year. I didn't really see that much of a change, but the data that we got afterwards suggested that his fastball shape is actually very, very good now. But what that tells me is he didn't get more whiffs than what he got last year on his fastball. So basically what that means is that he's not locating his fastball in areas of the zone that it's going to play.
Yeah.
He was kind of low. When I went back to my notes, he was kind of missing in the belt to knee high.
His first
fastball.
inning was rough, but I felt like he looked a lot better.
And he was throwing strikes, but it wasn't strikes at the top of the zone.
Yeah, and the thing I like is that his breaking pitches look decent. Like, we've heard of good improvement on the breaking pitches in the morning, and like I think he can like. Worst case, actually I can't say it says worst case, but he could be like a Dylan Betances like.
That's what I wrote this morning.
Yes, and his body type's similar. He has nasty stuff similar to Dylan. Control was the problem.
Yeah.
If he can harness his shit for like 1 or 2 innings and throw like 100 plus, like a few nasty secondaries, like he's an MLB reliever at least. I think like his floor is like an MLB reliever.
If he can locate his fastball up in the zone, he's going to be a problem as a starter.
I want him to start games. I hope he does. But worst case is like if he can't fully start, Betances was nasty, so like that's not a bad thing either.
Yeah. And there's some quick hits on Hess. Hess.
Yeah, dude.
So a little bit more.
Hess and Cunningham.
So a little bit more athleticism from Hess, getting down on the mound, which was a positive. Fastball still looked like it was good. I didn't think the secondaries were that promising, honestly.
Okay.
I thought he threw them a little bit too slow for my liking. I want to see the high 70s curveball get into the low 80s. I want to see a slider get into the mid 80s because it's just a little bit too slow, and they're not really offerings like I guess you can use the curveball as a downer pitch against lefties, but you're not going to be able to use that slider against lefties because it's too slow. Guys will be able to get inside of it. So I want to see a little bit more there on the secondaries, get a little bit more oomph on it. And then for Cunningham, I thought that the slider shape had changed from college.
Okay.
I've since learned that that is not the case. It's actually the same exact slider. But what I do believe happened is that there was
Did it get sharper or something?
No, I think he actually started throwing a cutter, which is a hybrid between a fastball and a slider, right? So his slider's still in the mid 80s, but the cutter's kind of in the high 80s to low 90s. That's a really good pitch to have when you have a fastball and a slider. It's kind of like a hybrid pitch, and it's a better pitch to use against lefties. It's a little bit more firm, but it still has horizontal action. It jams them inside on the bat. So if he's using that cutter effectively to jam lefties to go alongside his changeup, which looked good, his slider still looked good, and his fastball, which was freaking great, he's going to be a problem. I would say that he's probably the better pitcher of him and Hess at this point.
Yeah, and like, here's the thing. I didn't like the Hess pick in the first round. I've told you that.
I mean, it was to shave money to get guys like Cunningham and other guys later. So.
All right, I guess I can say I would agree with Salt. I thought Hess was like such an underwhelming first
I think you could have done that with other players. Like if the Yankees had done that with a prep shortstop Tyson Lewis in the first round.
Is that who else you would have taken?
I would have taken.
I didn't have like the name I would have taken. Yeah. It definitely wasn't.
Like if
Hess.
you're looking for someone that was going to be a cut compared to their slot value.
I'll give you a person I thought about actually. I don't know. Did he make the board? I thought about Billy Amick because we needed a third baseman.
You could do a little better than Billy Amick, I think.
Okay,
yeah,
fair.
But like the
you get what I'm going for.
I understand what you're going for.
Maybe that wasn't the right one, but like, all right. So we won't do that. So Spencer, let's end with Spence.
Yeah.
Okay. So I talked to John Brophy, who like is a good baseball reporter. He does tarp and stuff, and he told me he needs to start in AAA. I kind of agree because
I agree.
He's gone through the Somerset ringer for like a year and a quarter now. I think it's time to
get him in AAA.
Even though he struck out 200, whatever. Let's just see what he can do. Send him to Triple, and like I said to Brophy, I think you said it was an interesting take. I almost feel like hitting's easier in AAA than AA at this point. Based off the numbers and shit, like I'm not that off base, honestly. Like the Eastern League is the best AA league, probably. Like there's so many good teams in the Eastern League. There's the Orioles prospects, there's the Tigers prospects, there's the Phillies prospects. And all these guys are like pretty good. And the Mets we play sometimes too, and their prospects are pretty decent. Like the Eastern League's tough. Like it's one of the better divisions in any minor league affiliate. I feel like.
I mean, look, a lot of teams will promote guys straight from AA now, specifically pitchers.
Which is fair, honestly, because like the AAA pitching's almost harder than AA pitching.
Correct.
Based on the stuff I kind of told you, like Will Warren was better in AA than he was in AAA, like significantly better.
And I made the case that Warren really got messed up with ABS.
He told me that. I talked to him at the end of last season because I had him in Somerset. Then I saw him in AAA. I'm like, what's the biggest difference? He's like,
ABS.
That's what he told me. He's like, I'm struggling with it a little bit. He's like, it's making me harder.
I'm glad to know that my hypothesis.
No, you're right. He literally told me, and the thing is, like, with Will, he needs like he's not gonna get you a velo, so like he's controlling like missing the spots, like
I
getting
mean, he's throwing
chases,
93, 94 on a
Yeah.
sinker that moves like crazy.
No, I
That's
meant fast.
Oh,
It's not crazy.
sure.
That's kind of what I meant. No, I'm not saying he's not good. Like I said, his secondaries are legitimate. He needs to get like those calls, though, like those edgy calls he kind of needs because he paints a little bit sometimes. So like I can see why the ABS
See, his
him a little bit.
fastball is good shape though. So the 93, 94 plays up.
That's true. I kind of see that a little bit too. So like Spencer like lands with him now. So
Spencer-
Spencer, I hope starts AAA. Do we see him at the end of the year, possibly, or the second half?
I think it's
potentially.
possible. It's possible.
The issue is like they have nothing to trade with. Everyone's gonna ask for Spencer Lombard, and the Yankees probably won't do either. That's the problem. So,
I mean,
I don't know.
look,
I wouldn't trade him either. I'm not saying to trade him, but
I said this on your pod last time. There's a non-zero chance the Yankees finish in 5th.
now it's even worse because like look at what's
But that's
happened since
that's what I'm saying. You're not going to have to trade for guys at the deadline because maybe you're selling guys.
Fuck.
So
I wasn't looking at it like that.
No. But what I'm saying, this could be a situation like 2016 when the Yankees called up Judge.
But I don't want-
I'm not saying
I
that.
will say one caveat.
Judge-
But go ahead. I don't think they should trade Devin Williams because I want to keep him a Yankee if they end up doing that.
I mean,
hope
you
they
could
do.
theoretically, you could do what you did with Chapman.
I'll get him back after maybe.
Yeah.
I hope they don't go that route, but if they do, maybe. Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to give him. Maybe you give him a qualifying offer. If you give him a qualifying offer, he accepts that as a reliever. He's going to accept that.
That's a good call. I would do it. I don't care for a year, frame 20 plus, because like the overall contract's gonna be like worse than that. So,
Correct. So and the
if
teams
he-
will
and
devalue
guess
him
what?
because of the pick that
If
it's attached.
he goes off still for 2 years, then you give him a nice deal.
Exactly,
Give him a nice
exactly.
deal. He's the one of the best closers in the game.
I agree.
So like, okay.
But yeah, Spencer Jones, AAA.
Yeah, we'll end with
he's
him,
got
yeah.
everything. He's got everything except the strikeout rate.
Yeah.
I just want to see him with this swing a little bit more. I know he struck out a fair bit in the spring training, but let's hold the line here. Let's give it a little bit of time. He has everything else, guys. If he ever gets like even a 30% strikeout rate,
He's
going to
golden.
be a superstar.
If he could somehow even cut it to 25, then we're really cooking. We're cooking with gas if he cuts to the 25.
Then he's a top 10 player in baseball. I mean, like,
No,
that's
we're,
the kind of
we're
upside
cooking
that
with
he has.
gas if
Yeah.
he does that.
Yeah.
So like maybe after the deadline he gets called up is my prediction. If depending how things look, especially let's say G's out for the year, he's 100% getting called up. If G doesn't play a game this year, like Spencer Jones is gonna make his
I like
debut
it.
this season.
I like
I'm
it.
gonna end there.
Let's do it.
Okay, Smith, great stuff. Let's
Good
go.
stuff, man. All right.
Oh, that's me. Yeah.
Use the bathroom, so just get ready to head out,
Yeah.
and then I'll run out with